right-hand mirror on the number 9 machine already pushed in a little bit. And that was next to no overlap on the 39 machine. And I believe that was the 24, I want to say. Oh, sorry, my apologies, the 44 of a Leaf Cade. It was just wrong. So either there's a lot of cooling going into the brakes in there, and that's a widened front end of that car, or that's not necessarily all strapped together as it's supposed to be at the moment.
Yeah, has gone around and it's on for the lead across the line. Mikarakita has apparently got quite the power under his right foot, but he's on the outside through turn 1 here, Scott. Oh no!
Yeah, Bangsaen's going to cover him off all the way to the fence. Driver's left-hand side. Both of those cars, I don't think are going to make the finish. Oh, they're taking P3 with them. Through goes the 98 machine. Didn't see that one. Boonta V's being caught up and it's Chinna. That was on Mikarakita.
Very much dead in the water there.
You know what? That might be the best way through. It's always funny when half the field goes one way and the other half goes the other.
So Vonk's back to the inside. Mikarakita there. And I mean, he's there. And I think you're probably right to say that that probably is on Vonksabat. And then you see here 56 of, yeah. As we've got another angle over there. And that shows the off on the 56 here. Obviously.
Oh my word! The front left tire is off that. He's had no brakes when he's gone in there, and this will take a fair while. And the first thing that the marshals will want me to do right there is to get a medical car to him as quickly as they possibly can. Oh my word! Oh no! I tell you what, those safety barriers down there have probably done a very, very good job. And that is the 65 machine, which will be Namkanech, has gone to the barriers at turn 2 hard after clouding them on the outside of turn 1. And we will watch and we will wait. He was moving in the car. And that's him walking away in the background. So he's gotten out of the car and he is well, we hope he's A-okay. He might be a bit bruised, but that has gone in very hard on the left-hand side.
Again. And that's, there you go, team onboard telemetry angle that they've got there. That car has been through the ringer, and yeah, just watched it a couple of times to make sense of what I was seeing. And yeah, as you said, no brakes locked up as he came through turn 1. It's as if the car was never stopping at all in the first place.
It just went straight. So, and it looked like he was. Ooh. Oh, and it's just come off the crane.
Tried to get it hooked up there in that that left front corner, and yeah, whatever it was relying on there is just given.
And there's the chicane. Oh! Whoa, that's going to be a huge accident. Huge incident. And I believe that's the 13 that's fed into the back there. So Shalom Pond, who did make that ground on lap 1, that's going to be a huge accident. Avoided. Great driving. That's phenomenal driving from the 45 machine of Tirapat. That is great avoiding action. And it looks like all of the trucks are going to go away from the scene of the accident as well. Medical car's already on scene. Yeah, the steering's damaged on that. The 13 machine. He's going to feed back in a pit lane. And we were missing
17 here. And then it's after that, though. Or before that. Yeah, earlier in the lap.
Yeah, it was turn 15.
Before you're allowed to pass them. How slow do they have to be going there before you are allowed to pass them there? And no matter what, it's given a great advantage to the pole sitter Itasak, who faced so much pressure throughout this race and seems to be just hanging on the final lap.
Still a couple of corners left in what I'd probably say is Tassanai's strongest sector, but that is already, it's a 1 odd second margin. In fact, it's nigh on 2 seconds to be precise. That was lost. Oh, and he's found the fence at turn 15, has Tassanai. Tanawas, oh, they're going to crash at turn 16.
Massive turn. Second and third come together. Itasak will take the race win, but Tassanai and Thanawas have collided after a mistake from Tassanai. Thanawas going down the inside, wheels interlock, nearly airborne straight into the concrete barriers that have moved half a meter in that section, the final section of the final lap, and a red flag gets called.
Itasak will take a red flag, which functions as a check-it, I guess, at this point as well. But for all the other drivers, that will end the racing there. So actually the winds pick up so much that the flag gets caught. We're going to get one last look at this one here. All by himself does Tassanai get loose next to the turn 15. And then big gap was open for Tanawas, but Itasak shut it down way too late though. And yeah, smashing the concrete barriers back at turn 16 as a result.
Now with the red flag instead of the checkered flag, if you go back another lap, it would still be Itasak as race winner. So no worries however it gets adjudicated on that one. A great race run by Itasak, but wow, did that feel just a little unnecessary in the battle for the podium. The pressure that Tassanai had been applying for the last 6 laps becomes reversed and makes a mistake under pressure and then kind of doubles down on it a little bit. A collision that might have been avoidable has done a lot to those other 2 Isuzu D-Maxes, but it's a pristine one for Itasak that will be the race winner.
Yep. So yeah, if we count back to when basically our timing is actually, we have the timing recorded as of the end of lap 11 because the red flags came out before the leader took the checker, or cross the start finish I should say. So your race results, if I do count back to the end of lap 11, will be Itasak, Kaidwi here in number 30. Tassanai Jaimon will come home second place, just less than 3/10 behind. And then you've got Tanawas who will be scored in third with 1 second pretty much between him and the race leader. Arnafat will be classified in 4th. It'll be Somnuk in 5th. Jakapan, who came across the line in 6th, but he had an outstanding black smoke penalty last of the race that was issued by race control. So that would probably be converted to a post-race penalty in that case. But then from there, it's a massive gap of 1 minute and 6 seconds back to Kitsak in 7th. With Rustamali and Tanawat, the last 2 trucks on the lead lap of the race. David, how's that? That overhead shot, they're really showing how much the wall's been moved.
I said half a meter. That could be 2 meters that the wall has moved there. Looks to have sort of done its job though, because they went nose first in, and it sort of saves them from a complete dead stop.
And in many respects, lucky that it's the last race of the day because they lost their first race of the weekend yesterday after an incident in Thailand Super Touring, which ended that race prematurely and also cancelled yesterday's race. But unfortunately, it ends again with collision. This time, 2 drivers making contact, and more barrier work for the marshals and track crew to worry about here today.
I mean, a very beautiful place to have an accident, but not what either of them would have really wanted on that final lap when they were headed towards the podium and a great result.
No, not at all. So looks like that's going to just about do us. We will wait to see on what would be some highlights as part of the package here for this one, folks.